It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Baltimore. It's the Bills and the Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we'll close another Sunday of football with a great matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott joined in the booth by Brock Heward. And in a minute, partner, we are going to kick off, and it'll be a moment both teams have fought for all season. A chance to win the conference title, and more importantly, punch that ticket to the Super Bowl.
There is so much. You can just feel it in this building. There is so much play.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! 180! Sit hot!
Here's Derrick Henry getting on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Running once more with Henry. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. One of the tight ends motioning left. Third and 2, here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pull ahead 6-3 in the first. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have first and 10. First and 10, here's Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Alpha, sit hot!
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
180! Ready, shot!
Another run for Henry. And he gets him around 6 there. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano. All plays on the table here for third and 3.
180!
Brings up third and 2.
Shut up!
Henry's going to try to pick it up. Takes out a one stop. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
For a Baltimore Ravens. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Andrews with the catch. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
180! Cut!
From the gun, Jackson. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead to 7. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
13.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down, ball at the 36. Blitz coming here, Jackson. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And the Bills take over after forcing the first. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
It's this one to Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens with 2nd and 6.
Middle. Set up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
Set up.
That's another Baltimore first down. First
Report,
and 10
report.
at the 21-yard line.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Set up.
Brings up second and 2.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha, set up.
Third down
Right
and
in.
2.
Lamar throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Wanna quit?
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Set up.
Jackson's gonna throw again. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 4 downs, gotta get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, set up. Set up.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Derek. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we're now halfway through deciding who's going to rep the AFC in the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got
But
for
first,
us?
let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And this is going to be a hot ticket. It's the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer.
Thanks
These
so
two
much for the
teams
look
making their
around the
final
league,
adjustments for the
Coach.
second
But now
half
it's
ahead.
time to turn
It's
our
time to get
attention
back
back to
at it.
this one
For the
as we
call, let's
begin the
rejoin
third
Kay
quarter.
Scott and Brock Ewer.
On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They've certainly had no issue. They could really use some more points on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Alpha, set up.
The drive begins with Henry. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
No, we change it.
Lamar off to play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Lamar back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 32-yard
They kick the running back in motion. Trying again following the sack. Caught by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now here's Lamar. That one's caught along the left sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A give to Henry. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
He was brought down by Matt Milano.
Here's Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing football.
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Henry on the option. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
Now it's Lamar. Completed to Flowers. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 41. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, report! Report!
Changing it up here, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. What ends is a win for the Ravens. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.